Stay out of black culture. We gave you your culture, homie. That's right.
They don't have a culture. Your culture is what is it, like Louis Vuitton, fake ass Louis Vuitton?
You ready? Oh,
This is your culture, trying to impress others. That's your culture.
so
Please other people pleasers.
so check it out, black man. This is Chicano liberation.
You can't speak to them like a normal person. You can't really. They're always screaming. So if they want, I mean, they want us to fucking scream with them. I don't want to fucking do that. Leave that shit for the animals. You know. You guys are baby Christ. You need to get over your skin color. That shit's corny. Get over your feelings.
What's up, Richard? What do you want?
I wanted to ask Artificial a question. Is that all right?
Nah, Charlie, you gotta ask me a question first, dog.
So as you could see, I requested to come up and ask if I could ask a question to his guest. And of course, he dropped me. And if you're wondering, what was it that I wanted to ask? Well, if you caught it, the guest said, "Black people, why don't you get over your skin color?" And what I wanted to ask was, do you, as a Mexican, do you tell that to people that look like us to get over our skin color, especially right now that a lot of our people are protesting because our skin color, our phenotype, the way we look is targeted by ICE? Ironically, those two individuals, they always talk about how we're targeted, and yet they tell black people to get over their skin color.
Bitch ass.
Who's that? You know?
Huh? Yeah,
You know the guy?
Yeah, last time I went to his panel, he fucking posted it because I flipped out. But I wanted to fucking smash his neck in, dog. I really did. You could tell that he ain't read no books. He read some fucking stupid college book. He ain't been nowhere. He let his hair grow long. He has a nice following. But his,
It's that guy. Oh,
yeah, but his reactions, his way from getting from point A to point B is still, he don't know.
Ask him, tell him.
Nah, he can sit there and listen and learn. Like, I don't need your fans. I don't need nothing from you, player.
So towards the end, his guest asked him, "Hey, you know him?" "Yeah, I went to his live one time and I went off on him and he posted it." You know what's crazy? Meanwhile, those two are having a blast sharing their anti-black views. That bald-headed dude initially came as a guest to my live stream. Do you want to know what his reason for coming up was? You're not going to believe it. Check it out.
If you have a white tee person next to you, right, and they're showing that they're trying to be the betterment of my people, of our people, right? Until they give me the reason for me not to believe them no more, then like I don't understand.
I understand what you're saying. Listen.
Like what?
I understand what you're saying. Listen,
Okay.
Let me ask you a question with that said, because I understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay, go.
So based on what you said, let me ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
And be honest.
I will. I told you.
Do you believe that white tea people in general are okay with non-white tea people, meaning us, controlling them systemically? Do you believe are okay?
No, they're not. They're gonna have a big ass problem with that.
I'm glad that you're honest enough to acknowledge this fact. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm on your side.
So since you acknowledge this fact, how then white tea people can be included if you acknowledge that they're not okay with not being in control? If you can acknowledge that they're not okay with being in control, how the can they help us gain control? Please tell me.
They can't. I'm not saying to go out and actively look for them. Hey, white boy, come here. But you're gonna tell me that when you're walking down the street, you don't see white people, you don't interact with white people. Hey, come on.
What does that have to do with the argument and the point that I'm making? I'm not talking about you. You probably have a white tea wife. I'm not talking about your wife, and I'm not talking about things of that nature.
My wife is
your
Chicana.
besties are who you
Clear
party
that up.
with. I'm talking about
Chicana. My wife is Chicana. So
what is the Chicana? That's a race?
Chicana is it's me. I'm not here to take your truth, and I'm not here to start.
But what does that mean? My wife is a Chicana. What does that got to do with her phenotype?
Because you said she was white.
What does that got to do with her phenotype? Chicana and Chicano does not determine
What the
phenotype.
are you talking about now, man? Why are you trying to insult people now? Why
is Chicano a phenotype?
There's something.
Is Chicano a phenotype?
Chicano is me.
Is
You know
Chicano a
about it?
phenotype?
You've heard about the word. I don't know what
Let me
phenotype
ask you in a
means. I
different
don't know
way
what
then.
phenotype means,
Okay, then let me explain it.
man.
Let me explain it to you. You want me to explain it
Man.
to you?
Come on, yeah, explain it. Explain it to me.
Okay,
Explain
okay.
it to
Are
me.
there? Listen to me.
What?
Are
I'm
there
listening. Go.
are there güeros and güeras out there that claim to be Chicanos?
Yes.
Aha. So
Okay,
how
what?
can you?
Like
Perfect.
what? Are you talking about skin or are you talking about ideology, like
Phenotypically,
European, like white?
que son
What are you
blancos, que
talking
son
about?
blancos, que son
Son un
blancos.
blanco, pero es un mexicano. Simón, he's white. So what? He's a mexicano. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're trying to
white
with all your
people,
words and trying to separate
the
shit.
white people that are Mexicanos, where are the descendants of?
Spaniards.
Those are your people too?
I'm Chicano, dog. I'm indígena. What?
Oh, so I'm glad that you acknowledge that the white people that identify as
What are you
Chicano.
talking about? Yeah, but what you're asking us to be like them, where we just treat them like shit and talk shit and be like an oppressor? That's what you're asking me to do?
You don't have a problem with white presenting people claiming to be Chicanos.
If they're saying they're Chicano, they're Chicano. Man, somebody put you in line. Somebody's gonna put you in line. When you're not behind a screen, people put you in line. Like
I feel
right
like
away,
you're
I
not having
sensed
me.
it. Like, oh, he's trying to take something. He's trying to me.
That's
Nah,
how
I came up here
that's how you
for a
that's how
cool
you
ass
took it.
conversation, homie. What?
That's how you took it, because I haven't
I
yelled at
did
you.
take it like that.
I haven't
I
yelled at
did.
you.
And if I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Have I yelled at you?
Yes, you have.
When?
A little earlier, you got
I have
louder.
not yelled at you at all. I've literally been having a
Okay, then.
conversation with you.
If you did not, I apologize. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
but
not.
I'm just saying, like, I
I'm
haven't
sorry.
been
I apologize. I said I'm
yelling at
sorry.
you. I've literally been trying to have a conversation and get an understanding.
Okay. Well, let's get understanding then.
Do you acknowledge that there's white people that claim to be Chicanos?
Do you acknowledge? What are you? First of all, what are you? I don't even know what you are. What are you?
Oh, when you ask me what am I, what are you asking? Nationality, race, or
What the
what?
are you?
Or what are you
That's
asking though?
one
Race,
question. What
nationality?
are you? Are you a Mexican? Are you gay? Are you white? What are you?
Well,
Like, come
what are you
on,
asking
man.
me? Nationality, race,
Man, you
ethnicity? What?
man, you're lame. You're being a lame now. What the are you? You asked me. I'm a
Okay,
Chicano. What are you? You asked me, and I answered it. What are you?
you're asking for my ethnicity?
Ah, man, you're lame. You're lame. Now you're being lame. You're being lame. You're laughing. You're being lame now.
You you expect me to take you seriously, right?
No, take me serious. Come on, man.
I
You
can't.
got 200 people watching, and you have not said one unifying word.
Unifying? The only thing that
What's
you're
wrong
trying
with
to
this
unify with
motherfucker,
is
dog?
white people.
This dog, like for real.
You're only trying to unify with white people. That's literally your argument.
Okay, you could tell people that I'm Chicano. I'm here for my people, people of the sun,
And
children of the earth, Mexica. That's what I am. So if you
okay.
want to say that I'm with white people, you can say that shit. You say whatever you
But
want
okay,
because
when
the
I
people
ask
around
you,
me know who I am, and they know that I'm for real. Like you're, like who the are you, dog?
why'd you
Trying to act like
take your
trying
shirt
to
off?
tell people who they are.
Why'd
You're
you take
trying
your
to
shirt
tell
off?
people who you are, but you
Why'd you
know
take your shirt
damn
off?
well, fool, that you would be a little hyena. You're a hyena. You haven't said one
Why'd you take your
unifying
shirt
thing.
off?
You haven't said not one thing about our people
Why'd you
that's
take your
good.
shirt off?
You just want to fight all day.
Why'd you
Because you're
why'd you
behind a
take your shirt
screen,
off?
you're behind a screen, and you're a chavala. Act right, fool.
Why'd you
Come
take your
on.
shirt
You
off?
got look at all these people, all these Chicanos, all these people. But you choose to be who you are right now. You and your white people. White people, white supremacy, Donald Trump. Yo soy mexicano. You, bitch ass.
Why he take his shirt off? Listen, I can't take you seriously, so I'm gonna allow you to entertain me. Like so. For the Chicanos watching, pay attention. Pay attention. Sir, let me ask you 2 questions, and afterward, I'm gonna let you take the whole goddamn floor. You ready?
Absolutely.
Question number 1. Was Chicano created by indigenous detribalized people?
Absolutely.
Number 2. If we're gonna continue identifying Chicano with indigeneity roots, should we allow white tea presenting people to claim it?
Absolutely not.
Go ahead, sir.
See,
Go
that's the
ahead.
mistake. That's the mistake that a lot of people make, and I see it too, because they don't understand. And you said the phrase earlier because I caught you earlier. Ni de aquí ni de allá. The
Yep.
Chicano movement was a lot of things. It was a civil rights movement. It was a political movement. It was a search for identity. But in one of those things, it was an anti-assimilation movement, disassociating ourselves from the white people that existed here, that didn't see us as their equals. We were like, well, if we're not, if we're being pushed from that direction from them, and we're being pushed from over here. Who are we? Ni de aquí ni de
Yep.
allá. We are Aslan. That was one of the main slogans of the Chicano movement is we are Aslan. And so what they went back in is they looked for their identity, their real identity, because Mexican and Spanish and all of that, that wasn't our roots. That was the point of our uprooting. So who are we? We went further back than that to the indigenous roots. For have to include white people into Chicano just shows that they have absolutely no clue about what a Chicano actually is and where it comes from. Because the Chicano movement and Chicano was a disassociation with that white identity. Because from Mexico, we was looked at as too wannabe white or too white, assimilating with that whiteness. And from then we was, too brown to be white. So we were stuck in the middle. So we searched for an identity as part of that Chicano movement. That's why you see we didn't dress like them. We started dressing cholo. They lifted up their cars. We dropped ours. Everything was the opposite. We was doing everything to disassociate ourselves from that whiteness and from that world. So for people to say, oh, well, we can just include everybody in that. No, you can't. That just shows me that you have no clue what Chicano means or where it comes from. Thank you very much. You have absolutely no clue, no understanding. This isn't an assimilation. Let's just all just blend in and be one. That's called American. That's called American. You want to be American, well, then you do that blending in. You serve the white man. You follow his lead. You follow his ways. But if you want to be Chicano, that's stepping away from that. That's not homogenizing. That's an anti-assimilation movement. People have no clue as to what that means. That's where people get lost in history. They're not actually looking at history as it was. They're looking at things the way they are today. And then they're identifying with what it is today or what it's become today, how it's evolved and came to this point. They're not looking at the roots. They're seeing the leaves, they're seeing the branches of the tree, but they're not seeing the roots of that tree and how it grew and what it took to persevere and to grow into that tree. They just see them flowers and they see them branches and them leaves and they're like, oh, that's what it is. They don't look any further, any deeper than that. I sat here watching your conversation, man, and I'm like, man, I don't want to jump in there for a minute because here's the thing. I've had that same conversation with the same person, that you and it's not and I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about somebody, but we're complete opposite views of what Chicano is and where it comes from. So it's not, I've already had that conversation. I'm not going to sit there and bump heads about it because I know that I stand on firm ground. We're not trying to assimilate. We're not trying to bring all these other people into this. This is ours. We claimed it as our own because we had nothing to claim. Because the things that we tried to do, because my father, my hipito, my grandfather, and everybody, they tried to make us assimilate into this society. And then once they tried to force you into this and you still were discriminated against, they went so far as to reclassify us as white, to blend us into this society. And when they still looked at us because we were living in Mexican neighborhoods, we wasn't living in the suburbs. We was living in the slums, in the ghettos, in the barrios. So even though they classified it as white, we were still on the outside looking in. We wasn't part of this family. So who are we? What are we going to do about that? We're not going to try to assimilate with them. You know what? We're going to go our own way. And that's what the Chicano movement was, breaking away from that identity, claiming our own identity. You know what? You don't want us to be a part of you? Well, you. We don't want to be a part of you either. Them over there don't claim us. Well, you know what? This is who we are. This is who we are. We gravitated towards each other in a movement of self-assimilation, self-identity within that circle. This is who we are. They started dressing cholo. Most of them started identifying. I've had this conversation with you before. Started identifying with the Aztec, solo the Aztec, not Purupecha, not
Yeah.
Otomi, but that identity there. But
Yeah.
it was a way of pulling away from all of this other. Grabbing on to a life raft that the only life raft they knew. So they assimilated and they grabbed for that. And I understand that, man. It was desperate times, it was desperate situations. And they just wanted something to claim as their own. So I can understand that. But it's not all of this trying to, let's blend it in. Let me take a couple of white people from over here, a couple of Asians over here, no, that's not what it was about, man. It was about us coming together and separating ourselves from the identity that they would not let us be a part of, even though they said it was a melting pot. But you know what? What they wanted us to do was for us to melt, to leave everything that
Yes,
made
sir.
us who we were, leave that behind. That's what the American melting pot is. Forget about you being Mexican. Forget about you being from Africa. Forget about you being from Asia. Leave all your culture, your heritage, your language, everything behind, and become that watered down white person. That's
Sure.
what they wanted you to be. And it's
Sure.
like, no, that's not what we're going to do.